All right, so let's start with the big story that we're tracking on WION this hour, where Pakistan's Supreme Court has rejected General Pervez Musharraf's application seeking annulment of the verdict of the special court, which had found him guilty of treason last year. So, in effect, the Pakistani Supreme Court has shot down a bid by the former military ruler Pervez Musharraf to overturn a guilty verdict in his long-running case of treason, arguing that he must turn himself in to the authorities before making any appeal. All right, now for more on this, we are joined in by WION's Anas Malik, who's been tracking the developments for us from Islamabad. So, Anas, what is the latest in terms of what's been happening in this case so far?
Well, absolutely, Saleh. Pervez Musharraf, who had filed a review petition and appeal to seeking an annulment of the judgment of the special court, has been returned and refused by the Supreme Court's registrar. And in fact, he has said that it will only be entertained once Musharraf turns himself in and surrenders himself before the court. Now, this appeal was returned after raising an objection under Supreme Court's rules of 1980 that says a convict has to surrender to the authorities before filing an appeal. An attorney for the former military dictator confirmed the development and said that his client, in an appeal against the registrar's office decision within 30 days, he said that Musharraf will be filing an appeal within 30 days. Now, Musharraf had filed this application in the Supreme Court seeking the annulment of the verdict on Thursday against the verdict that was delivered on the 17th of December by the special court. Now, it is pertinent to mention that about 5 days ago, the Lahore High Court had overruled and, in fact, had annulled the formation of the special court at the first place. Musharraf had filed an application in the Lahore High Court as well, seeking an annulment in the overturning of the verdict, number one. And number two, the special court as well, the formation of the special court, he challenged that. The Lahore High Court had set aside petition number one, saying that they cannot look into the matter of the verdict. However, they will look into the matter of the formation of the special court. Yes, Saleh.
All right, now this of course is interesting because there's a lot of back and forth in terms of the case that's been going on so far. And as if you can shed light in terms of what does it mean? So the Supreme Court has rejected General Pervez Musharraf's application seeking the annulment of the verdict of the special court, which had found him guilty. So does it mean that Musharraf can now return to Pakistan? What is likely to now happen in this case?
Well, there's a lot of back and forth, as you rightly mentioned. Once the verdict came about 5 days ago from the Lahore High Court, it was perceived that since the formation of the special court was annulled and nullified at the first place, therefore the verdict against him would be nullified as well. And that is the exact reason Musharraf wanted legitimacy, and he filed an application in the Supreme Court as well. Now the Supreme Court has said that in order for any such review, he would first have to surrender himself, and then they can go on to the legal formalities and the legal procedures. Now, as we speak, Musharraf's lawyers will be filing a review petition. Right. Musharraf is a free man in technical terms even now, but he would need a legal cover or legal legitimacy, and for that he had approached the court, and the Supreme Court had said that he needs to surrender himself. So he will be filing a review petition on that against the objections by the registrar office, which is likely to be done within the next few days. Yes,
all right, now just to get it clear, Anas, because it's such a complicated case now, does it now mean that Pervez Musharraf can seek any kind of further judicial recourse in terms of his case only if he now turns himself in? Unless Musharraf turns himself in, he cannot seek any further judicial recourse. Is that what we are to now understand this is?
No, absolutely not. Musharraf now has another 30 days for filing against the objections raised by the registrar of the office, so that he gets that 30 days window without turning himself in. In case the registrar office again does not entertain his request, then he would have to turn himself in and then put down another petition. But that is after 30 days, after the petition, in the case that the registrar office does not entertain his application. For now, he has that 30-day time window on which he can go against the registrar office. The court would then be taking note of that. It is a prerogative of the Supreme Court if they want to take up that case. If they take up that case, we'll have to wait for the outcome of that result, of the case's result as well. And then we will see that it has to be ascertained, or it would then come to light that how much time does Musharraf has. But at least for now, in hindsight, Musharraf has another 30 days on his hand to stay back in Dubai. And he has two options. He can go against the verdict of the registrar. That is one, within 30 days, or two, he can turn himself in. Yes, Saleh.
All right, we'll have to leave it there. Thank you very much indeed, Anas Malik, for joining us and getting us all those updates in terms of this case that is presently unfolding. So it appears that Musharraf now has got a time window of about 30 days. And after that, it'll be interesting to see as to what option Musharraf chooses to exercise, if at all he's left with an option.